Hey guys, I'm ForeverAGame. Welcome back to the Parker family current household, the January edition. We're really, and we've entered crunch time, but we're here. If you did not know, I'm ForeverAGame. I do these current households stemming from my original sim, Kara Parker-Moon-Harmon, and now we're down to her children. We're with her adopted French son Grant and his best friend Sophia, and Sophia is trying on wedding dresses. So the backstory. Debatably, I'm not gonna go into like a crazy amount because there are several people here for the wedding. Some of them have been aged down. This current household takes place because Grace is here. Grace is here and she has a toddler, but she's yet to be kneecapped. So this takes place before the kneecapping, after the wedding. Like, I would say like a year and a half, maybe 2 years after the wedding. Um, so she has a toddler. Sally's probably already given birth at this point. Her issues have been dealt with. I like to imagine maybe Eleanor's in the early stages of her pregnancy. So that's just where the timeline is. Ignore all these beds. Ignore all these beds. They're just here so everybody can stay for the wedding. But so let's start with Sophia. So Sophia, she is the daughter of Kristen and Alex, who were some of our original roommate Sims. Kristen was one of my original favorites. She was the painter. Love her. And then Alex was the firefighter. So that's their children, Sophia and then Lucia, who has come to stay with us. So Sophia she wants to be a one sim band. She is a Sagittarius. She likes French music, aloo masala curry, and blue. She's a virtuoso, perfectionist, a light sleeper, ambitious, and a diva. It does not matter what age she is. And she is in a level 3 band called Sophia and the Starlets. So, obviously Sophia. And then the Starlets are Marina and Caroline. So, currently, for her music, she's at 5 in guitar, 5 in piano, 5 in bass, and 9 in the drums. She plays the drums. There's also a bit of tension going on in Sophia and the Starlets because Marina thinks she's... Like, to put it in perspective, this band is more based on, like, Josie and the Pussycats, but, like, none of them ever had, like, any crazy drama. So, like, I liken their egos to the One Direction people. So Marina thinks she's the Harry Styles of the group. But really she's the Liam Payne of the group, if we're being honest. Like, Sophia is the Harry Styles of the group. And then Caroline, oh, poor Caroline. Poor Caroline is the Niall of the group. Forgotten and unproblematic, but I love her. Niall was my favorite. Anyways, but yeah, so Marina thinks she's better. Like, Marina thinks she's the lead of this band, and unfortunately for her, she is not. But fortunately for everybody else, she just plays the guitar, and then Caroline does the keyboard. None of them technically sing, but they technically sing. They're like little mix. They're like little mix. Mostly. But, like, I don't think any of the little mix people are really problematic or pushed to the background. But anyways, so that's Sophia. She's currently engaged to Tom Hardy. No, not Tom Hardy. Tom Wordy. Tom Hardy. Not Tom Hardy. Tom Wordy, the singer from Late Night. I think he's a rapper. I could be wrong. But yeah, so she's engaged to him. They're getting married on Saturday. And currently she's trying on her dresses. So, let's go through everybody else. So, back in the day, during like the Meadow Glen roommate era, Kristen and Tiffany and Cara, they were like the original trio. Like the trio of best friends that go through thick and thin together. So that was them. So obviously I wanted Tiffany and Cara to come to Sophia's wedding because that's like their baby. The reason Kristen didn't go to the other wedding is because it was a destination wedding and maybe she had a medical issue. I don't care. Sophia was representing the Rivas clan. So that's why she didn't go. Also because there were already too many people. So, and she was the one that wasn't directly connected. But because it's less people now, I felt fine bringing Tiffany. So so they're here. Obviously, they're watching their baby. Like, and I just thought it was really cute. Cara has been aged down a bit from, she's not like full on white haired, like, and she's also not in her correct outfit, but she's not like full on like white haired, like, she's not that old yet. So this is her cute little outfit. I think she has that in the regular verse too, but like I just did like the gray. So, and then Tiffany is an elder. Currently, I would imagine Tiffany is Tiffany Angles from University. Her and Carl were roommates in the dorm, but Tiffany and her Skipper are still divorced or whatever. Maybe she has a boyfriend. I don't care. She's not really that important. But I like to imagine, because she was like this like morning news. She was like a news person. But now I like to imagine she's more like a Barbara Walters, like on The View type, like something like that. And then Kristen, we haven't seen Kristen in forever, since the Meadow Glen. Oh, she's sad because she's gonna cry because her daughter's in a wedding dress. That's so lovely. But Kristen is a master painter, and she's like famous at this point. But this is her little elder outfit. It's cute. I like it. And then we'll go to Alex and Jake. Ignore what they're doing. They're gardening, because the outside of our apartment has a garden. And I try to... Not now. I try to, like, keep it up, because I don't want it to just be dead. Like, it would make me sad. But, yeah, this is Alex. He was, like, the firefighter. I really loved him and Kristen together. They were probably, like, my favorite of, like, the original couples. And then Jake is Jake Harmon. Like, I gave him a new outfit that I will probably integrate into into the current household save. But yeah, they're lovely. And Tiara is out here too. We'll go into Tiara in a minute. But currently, Sofia has this other sister named Lucia. Lucia was in the trio with Hadley and Cece Moon, Anoki and Micah's kid. And so that trio has Hadley mysteriously drifted. Like, Hadley's still debatably close to both of them. Like close acquaintances, I guess, but the trio has drifted. Lucia and Cece, they haven't spoken in, I would say, years, honestly. So, and Hadley's very confused about that. It's like, there was also a vibe. There was a vibe at some point between Lucia and Cece, and who's to say? Who's to say? But the trio has broken up or whatever, and I think the trio may be forced back together during Hadley's wedding, which will be in like the summer. I think she's met her future husband thus far. She's met him like in real time, like obviously not in continuity, but like in her save, she has met who will be her husband, and I think they're gonna get married in maybe July. Who knows? But Lucia, she is currently living with Grant and Sofia because she dropped out of college to be a photographer. So she wants to have a world-class gallery. She's an Aries. She likes Chinese music, pumpkin pie, and pink. She's brave, photographer's eye, excitable, daredevil, and charismatic. Currently, she's photography level 2 and level 4 in the photography skill. Lucia's a lesbian. She is romantic interest with Margarita Savoy, who is Tiara's friend. So, yeah, love that. So, Lucia, I think once we get her into Hadley's save, she's going to be like a war photographer. Like, she goes to take pictures for, like, National Geographic and wins, like, Pulitzers or whatever. So, we're trying to build to that. But currently, she's just a dropout of college who likes to do photography. So we'll get her there. It's like a few years in continuity-wise, so she has plenty of time to grow. She'll be leaving probably soon after the wedding to go do whatever she has to do to go make her a war photographer, and by the time we get to Hadley. So currently, Sophia was in a quad with Alana and Micah and Grant. They were like a quad, and then like on the fringe of that was the three North siblings, Leona, Clark, and Cassie, and then Gloria Villanova's younger half brother, Aaron Sue, who is Shauna Lily's kid with somebody else. So that was their little group. That was their little like clique, their generation. So currently, Alana is the younger sister of Jarlene Cross Adams, who was Grace's best friend in Simopolis. And Alana wants to be a nurse. She is a Sagittarius. She likes Chinese music, key lime pie, and purple. And she hates the outdoors. She's good. She's excitable, loves the heat, and she is mean-spirited. And currently she is dating Micah Temple. I'm really not sure if that's his actual name. Micah he wants to be a cop. He's Grant's good friend. He is a Cancer. He likes island life, French toast, and red. He's adventurous, good sense of humor, good, inappropriate, and athletic. Love that. He's a cop. They're dating. He is Sally's younger half-brother via Emily Hoover, who got married and is now Emily Temple. But yeah, so that's pretty much the Sims we needed to... Oh, Tiara. So we'll explain a little bit. So Grant was dating... He's no longer... Grant was dating Leah Bourgeois, who was Summer's best friend, like in like high school or whatever, and he took her to he took her to Grace and Dylan's wedding, and they were a thing. But oh yeah, Leah is the one who I miscarried so we could go bowling. That's, the fated. But Sophia got engaged soon after, and when she told Grant, he imploded. He lashed out in his personal life, and then he went and slept with Tiara Angelista, who he had already kissed at one point, so they had a vibe. He was involved with her mother years ago, but yeah, that's how they met. That's when they first caught a vibe, when he was traipsing around her mother's house in his underwear. So it was messy. But anyway, so yeah, Grant slept with Tiara that very night because some feelings have not been properly dealt with or explained or are even noticed. So Grant had, obviously relations with Tiara. Leah walked in. That was a big thing. Leah broke up with him. And Leah is now gone from Bridgeport. In continuity, maybe she's still here. Eventually, she's going to go to Simopolis for a minute so she can reconcile with Noah, the father of her miscarried to go bowling baby, so they can, happily ever after. She can finally have some happiness. And, Summer's going to be needing a roommate when the Hood twins come to light for a bit before she leaves. But, so that resulted in Tiara getting pregnant. So, obviously, Grant's whorish ways have caught up to him, as I hinted in the December edition of The Current Household with the Moons. And so that has resulted in a child, a daughter, as you can see. We'll go into her later. But, so that happened when... So, Tiara gave birth, and it was kind of a bit messy, because, it was the day of Sophia's gig. I think it was literally a day or two ago, maybe Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember. But it was the day of Sophia's gig, and they were finally going to play. I think they went to Ouija's, whomever. They usually have to play at that Wayland's Haunt, but now they finally got to go to an actual, a place. And so Sophia was very excited. It was a very important day for her. And so, but Tiara wasn't feeling well. And so Sophia, Lucia, Micah, and Ilana went ahead of Grant and Tiara. And Grant was like, okay, we'll be there soon. Tiara's just getting, she's not feeling well, so she's getting ready slowly. Blah, blah, blah. We'll be there soon. Soon never came. So Tiara, obviously, she went into labor in our bathroom, and blah, 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 that happened. So, obviously, Grant could not tell, he couldn't text, it was a very stressful situation. And Sofia tried to delay her gig, as much as she could. Like, she was, like, calling, texting, whatever. But Grant's phone, it was off. He was busy, whatever. Like, his child was being born. But nobody knew that. Nobody knew that. So their reactions are as if he just flaked on them. So Sofia went through that gig and the entire night really upset. Because, Grant is her best friend, her favorite person in the world. And he, like, said he was going to go to her gig, and he didn't. And so she was just, and he didn't say anything. So she was just under the assumption, okay, wow, he'd rather spend time with Tiara than come to my gig, which is very important to me. Like, this was very important for her. Like, her band is starting to, like, gain some, like, mainstream legitimacy. And, like, this was very important to her. And then he didn't come and didn't even say anything. He didn't even dignify her with a text message. Obviously, there were situations that she did not know about. But, so, that happened. So, Sofia went through the night really noticeably upset. And then, so they came home, everybody. And Lucia yelled at Grant. She said, how dare you? How dare you? You knew how important this was to her. How dare you? And then, Grant explained, Sofia gave birth. And they were like, oh. Our bad. Ugh. Sorry. So, obviously, that issue was dealt with, but it was dramatic for a minute. So, So, Sofia was introduced to the baby. This is what she was wearing. She was wearing her band outfit. I gave them matching outfits, but with different skirt colors. So, this is what she was wearing when she was introduced to the baby. Like, this is her cute little outfit. Marina has one in pink, and then Caroline has one in yellow. It's cute. I really like this outfit. Like, it's cute. Storyline-wise as to why they wear this is because Marina showed up in it one time while they were just dressed in, like, their casual, like bar outfits, their nightlife outfits. And then Marina showed up in that. And they were like, what the fuck? Because she was trying to upstage them. And so they decided to wear the same thing. And now it's their band uniform. So that was how that turned out. So that's what Sofia was introduced to that baby wearing. I thought that was funny, but it was cute. They had a cute moment. I took a screenshot of it. It was cute when Grant introduced Sofia to Marigold Parker. Marigold Parker, Mari for short. That's what we're going to call her. Unless she pisses us off. Then it'll be like, Marigold Parker, how dare you? But it's Mari. So, Mari, I wanted to name her kind of something ridiculous. Like, how the celebrities name their children weird things. Like, how Gwyneth Paltrow named her kid Apple. Or, like, how people thought Kylie Jenner was going to name her kid Mariposa. So, I was debating because I knew I wanted Mari. But I was debating between Marigold and Mariposa. So, but I was like, okay, so Mariposa just seems a bit too far. I don't think Grant would be fine with that. I don't think Grant is that ridiculous. Marigold, sure. Like, it's a flower. Like, but Mariposa, like, Jesus. These apartments are so weird. Like, oh, I don't enjoy that. But, so, Marigold, she is a Leo. She likes beach party music, ceviche, and lilac, and she's clumsily and easily impressed. I really like her. I randomized her not randomized. I re-rolled her genetics, obviously, to make her pleasant to the eye. Because, oh god. Tiara has a face. Tiara has a face that looks good just on her. Like, if you try to mix it with something else, it does not. So I had to re-roll it because I knew Tiara had some unfortunate facial features that if combined with other facial features would look terrible. So I re-rolled. So, and I really like that she has brown eyes. So this is her face. She has brown eyes. Tiara has green eyes and Grant has blue eyes. But in continuity-wise, Grant was adopted when Cara went to France for more than a week, less than a month. After her divorce, she abandoned her family, and our adventure liaison was Noel St. James. So afterwards, I adopted a son because I wanted to continue the Parker name, blah, blah, blah. He had a passing resemblance to Noel St. James, so I was like, okay, that's her baby. She cheated on her husband, and Cara adopted the baby in secret, blah, blah, blah. So that's what happened. But Noelle St. James has brown eyes. And also, Tiara's mother, Lala Angelista, has brown eyes. So I really liked that little detail. So cute. So yeah, that's Mari. Oh yeah, after Tiara is like a starlet. She's above this. She's like a movie star. She is a person who acts in movies who is a socialite. She's a starlet, sure. But so Tiara, she's been known to party, you know, she's a party animal. And she's over emotional. So that combined, so sometimes Tiara partakes in some recreational activities, we could say. And Tiara, you know, she didn't do them like crazy. Like, she wasn't like Eleanor. Like, she wasn't like a drug addict or anything. But like, you know, Tiara partook. You know, she was a party girl. But like, obviously while she was pregnant, she didn't do that. But like, after the baby has been born, ignore that she's gardening. But after the baby was born, it's been a bit stressful for her. She does not deal with these things well. And she has fallen onto some addictive tendencies, you could say. So she is now addicted to cocaine, and she drinks a lot. So that's a bit rough. So she's not handling motherhood well. Like, maybe she has some postpartum. Like, she's not dealing with things well. But she's hiding it well enough because she does not live here. Like, the baby lives with us. She lives in her big mansion with her mother and her mother's husband. So that's where she lives. Sometimes she stays here, but like, she doesn't live here. Like, enough to where they would notice her day-to-day habits. So yeah, so I think that may snowball into something that in continuity is the reason why we won't see her a lot after we leave Bridgeport. But like, in game, it's just the excuse I will have as to why we won't see her. Like, Tiara's kind of a bad mother. Like, off she goes. She's gonna stay in Bridgeport, do whatever. Like, she'll be lost to the void. Like, so yeah, Tiara's not the greatest mother. They're acquaintances. I think the baby's friends with Grant. Yeah. And the baby's almost as close with Sofia as it is Tiara. Cute. But yeah, so that's what's happening with them. Oh yeah, currently, Sofia, oh yeah, when, Grant said that, you know, I had Grant and Tiara tell Sofia that, you know, that Tiara was pregnant, I just had Grant stand facing them, you know, because he couldn't participate, but when Tiara did it, The Sims 3 does this thing where, The Sims, when they do a positive reaction to you, being pregnant, they'll do like an arm pat and like a thumbs up, which I think is super weird and kind of cringy, to be honest. But like, it kind of worked for Sofia's reaction. Sofia wasn't joyful. She was just like, oh, great, with her little thumbs up. Like, it was just awkward. So that was something I just thought was interesting. And Grant, so Sophia's obviously getting married. She's getting married on Saturday, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, Tom Wordy, he was in this studio relationship with Sugar Bijou. Oh, yeah. Sofia doesn't care for Tiara. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Like, I feel like we can all assume as to why she doesn't care for Tiara. But Sugar Bijou was currently, she's like an up-and-coming whatever. She may not be up-and-coming anymore. But like, her and Tom Wordy had like a studio-mandated relationship, so her album sales would be boosted. So, but that was obviously broken up when Tom and Sofia like fell in love or whatever, and now they're getting engaged. But Tom does not live with us. He has never lived with us. Tom and Sofia have never lived together. So obviously they don't talk probably nearly as much as they should. Like, they don't live together. Like, I just think that's weird. But he sees Sugar Bijou on like a daily basis. So that has now blossomed from a former studio mandated relationship into like they actually care for each other. Like, they're carrying on an affair behind Sofia's back. But he still plans to marry Sofia. He still loves Sofia. He just, also loves sugar. Like, it's a big thing, but he will marry Sofia. Like, in his mindset, he will go through with this wedding and he will marry Sofia. Like, whatever happens after that is whatever. But so Sofia, obviously, she like picked out her wedding dress. We're going for like a white and gold theme, as you can probably see by the thumbnail. And so obviously, she picked out her wedding dress. She took a picture of herself in it and sent it to Grant, her best friend. And Grant was hanging with Micah, and Grant decided that he needed to go get a cigarette. I just thought that was funny. Grant decided he needed a cigarette after this news, because Grant's like deep down feelings for Sofia, they're starting to manifest in more apparent ways. So obviously, like, he learned that she was engaged, and so he ruined his relationship. He sees that he sees her in her wedding dress, and he decides that that's like stressed him out enough that he needs to go get a cigarette. So, yeah. It started his deep down yet to be known feelings for Sofia are starting to manifest in not unexplainable, but like they're very noticeable physical things. Like, if you saw these things, like, you'd be like, okay, obviously he's having an issue with Sofia getting married to somebody. Like, obviously, like, and I think Micah and maybe even Kara may end up like slowly starting to try and uncover that, because Micah's not dumb. Like, he can see, like, Grant is his best friend. Like, Micah has seen the vibe between Grant and Sofia, like, since they were, like, teenagers. Like, he sees the vibe. Like, everybody sees the vibe. It's just Grant and Sofia have never seen the vibe. But, so yeah, I think Micah and Grant may need to have some conversations in the days leading up to this wedding, because we still have all of most of Wednesday. We have Thursday, and we have Friday, and then we have a little bit of Saturday, because they're getting married Saturday afternoon. So we still have, like, debatably 3 days to go to deal with this and to unearth our feelings. And I think, Kara has always been the biggest Grant and Sofia shipper. She just has. I mean, when they arrived on that island for Grace and Dylan's wedding, Kara went to go greet them. She hugged Grant, obviously, and Leah was there. She said, "Hi, Leah, nice to see you. Love that you could make it." And then she hugged Sofia. Like, Kara has always held the torch for Grant and Sofia. Like, once Kara has decided that she likes you with said person, like, one of her children especially, it's like she's going to do everything in her power to make it possible. Like, Kara will make it known, like, if one of her children is in a relationship that she does not care for, but she likes somebody else for them more, Kara will make it very abundantly clear. Like, it's true. Kara, she did the same thing with Sally and Darian. She did the same thing with Grace and Dylan. Like, she'll probably do the same thing for Hadley and Hadley's new love interest. Like, Kara knows. She has a sense of who, like, her children should be with. Like, she just has a sense. Be like, okay, that is your true love. I've decided. And she's right all the time. So, yeah. So, that's Grant's feelings are starting to, like, they were at a boil before, but now they're starting to bubble, and eventually they're going to start spilling over. So it's going to be a bit of a messy thing. I mean, you didn't hear it from me, but Sofia, that wedding will not be going through. That wedding won't be going through. It won't be going through. It won't be happening. It won't finish. It won't reach its completion. It just won't. But you didn't hear it from me. And obviously Tom and Sugar are not going to be the ones to stop it. Do with that what you will. So I think that's all. Next month, the month of love, I think we have to visit the last great romantic summer moon and her hood twin, which I have named. I haven't named Grace's yet. They haven't been born. But, like, I've already decided on a name for Summers. So, yeah. I think it's probably been hinted, maybe even outright said, of where Summer's going to place down her roots. But, that's where we'll be going next month. So, I think that's going to be all for now. And I'll see you guys next month. Bye!